Okay, this is lesson 4 in setting up your first layout. We're going to work on adding scrapbook elements and changing our papers. So I'm going to go to my folder by Shabby Princess called Wonderful. You can purchase it at her website, theshabbyshop.com, and I'm just going to drag and drop some of these elements into Xara the way I did the papers and the pictures. Just drag and drop them. And I'm going to bring in maybe some words. Yeah, maybe that star too. And I'm going to bring in a couple extra papers to show you how easy it is to switch out your papers. Again, drag, drop it in, and then press delete. I think I'll bring in this one. Press delete. Okay, I'm going to zoom in again to my project. I'm going to delete all of these elements I just brought in, so it gives me a clean workspace and I can see everything over here in my bitmap gallery. Again, if you're starting from a program that doesn't already have the bitmap gallery open, you open that by zooming up to this tool that it's like a little sunset, and you just click on that and your bitmap gallery will open on the side. And I'm going to start by bringing in some of my elements. I think I'll bring in my ribbon. You just click on whatever you want to bring in and then click on fill, which was right there, the fill button. And once you've done that, there it is. It's in your program. I'm going ahead and use the handles on this ribbon once I've selected it and shrink it in just on the sides. I like the width, so I'm going to keep that the same and just bring in the sides. And then I'm going to bring in my buttons. When you bring something in, see the handles are just naturally around it. You want to click on part of the gray to unselect it, or you could click on the select tool again, or you can press escape and it will take the handles off. But the point is, whether you click on the gray or do the other things, you don't want the handles on that when you bring in another image, and I'll show you why. If I have it selected and I decide to bring in another item, it's just going to replace it. And it took up the space that circle was, and it tried to put smart in it, but it didn't work. So I'm going to undo that, click on my gray, and then click on smart to bring that in, and it's right there. And you just do that with all of your elements that you want to bring in. You don't have to use them all. I don't think I am going to use them all. I'm just going to play around a little bit and rearrange them. I want to duplicate these two circles, so I'm going to drag and pull a box around the two items I want to duplicate, and then I'm going to press Control K. That's the shortcut for duplicating them. And I'm going to press Control K again and duplicate it again. And I want to just move these around, so I'm going to draw another square around them. As long as you have the select tool chosen, you can do that on anything. You could select the whole page and move it as one group. Oops, I didn't go all the way around that ribbon. You can undo. So, you can move whatever you want, one item or a whole bunch of items. It doesn't matter, as long as you're including them within that box, they'll all move. So that's just another Xara tool that's really cool. And I want to add shadows to the back of all these, including the ribbon. So I'm going to select on everything, go to my shadow tool, which again is the little blue L with the light bulb in front, this one. And I'm going to choose a drop shadow and then the glow. And I like the way that looks, so I'm just going to keep it that way. Go back to my selector tool, click on the gray to release that. I'm going to move the smart right on top, or maybe, no, I think I'll do it just right on top, or maybe underneath over here, and I want to enlarge it just a bit. And I'm not going to add a shadow to that because it's kind of like a little rub-on. It has some transparencies to it, and I want the paper from behind to show through. And if you were to add a shadow to that, it would darken that. I'll show you what it looks like. And you would kind of lose some of the transparencies. So I'm going to just take the shadow off and leave it just like that. And zoom out to drawing. I don't think I'm going to use this star, so I'm just going to press delete. And now I'm going to show you how to change some of the papers. If you get your layout out and you decide that you want to switch out some of your papers, just click on the paper you want to switch out, find the new paper that you've brought in, and fill it. I don't think I want that one, so I'm going to click undo. You don't even have to do that. I could have just filled it with the orange, decide no, I don't like that one, and gone on to fill it with the next paper. I do like that, but I'm going to change some of these other papers. I'm going to change the green to orange, orange with polka dots, and I'm going to change the blue to the green. And I do this a lot when I'm making my scrapbook layouts, just to play with different papers and different combinations to find something that I like. And that is the end of lesson 4, adding elements and changing the papers within your layout.